Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing today? So in this video, we're going to talk about the new Fenty Pro Filter Powder Foundation. Yes, if you're interested in seeing this review on this foundation that Rihanna has dropped on us in the end of December, then stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so let's go right into the review. I have the new Fenty Pro Filter Powder Foundation. Yes, I am currently wearing it. How does my skin look? Yes, yes. All right, so this is the packaging. That's the normal color for the Fenty line. And this is what the powder foundation compact look like. Now, really nice and small and can fit in any bag. At the back, you will find a little sponge, which you can see that I used it. A little sponge that fit right here. And the purpose of doing this is so that if you don't have any brush at home or any beauty blender, you have a tool you could use, which is really good and well thought out. Leave it up to Rihanna, she will do that. Now, she has released 50 shades. I have never heard of a powder foundation or a company that has 50 shades, but she has 50 shades. Now, it's retail right around $36, so right within the range of what a powder foundation normally runs, $36. Yeah, it's a little smaller than the average. You know, the pan is a little smaller. Look a little deeper though, but it's a little smaller. Now it claims to be buildable, lightweight to full coverage. It's different when you apply it with the brush versus when you apply it with the sponge. And I give two demonstrations of either or and you will see them right here. So watch the tutorial. All right, so here I'm showing you I'm using the Born This Way multi-sculpture concealer, and I'm going to highlight the areas of my face that I normally highlight. And you want to do this prior to applying the foundation on your skin, and you want to make sure you do it properly because you won't have the opportunity to go back and fix this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna blend this part out. And of course, you wanna blend it out very well. So, you know, you won't have any issues after you apply the powder. Now I'm gonna use a Fenty setting powder to set my under eyes or all the areas that I've highlighted. I'm gonna make sure set that, and I'm using a damp sponge. And I'm gonna set that area so nothing will shift. Now I'm going to be using the Fenty Pro Filter Powder Foundation, which is what we're reviewing today, and that's what it looked like with the FB embedded into the powder. It has a mirror at the back and a little sponge that you can use to apply the powder in the event you don't have a beauty blender or a brush at home. So I love the fact that Fenty thought about that. That's the brush. I'm going to use one side for the brush and another side for the sponge. Now this is the side that I'm using for the sponge, and I'm looking like nothing looked like it even entered my skin. As you guys could see, I have a lot of imperfection on my skin, so it's going to take a lot of powder here to cover these dark spots and all these freckles, but we'll get it done. So keep watching me apply 5 layers of powder to my face. And you want to go as close as possible to your highlighted area when you're applying the powder, just like doing your regular contour and you're doing your liquid. You want to do the same thing here. Okay, now you can see the powder on my skin, and that's the side without powder. Powder, there you go, and no powder. So you can see the big difference. And no powder. There you have it. And I'm just applying some more powder just to make sure it looks the exact way that I would love for it to look. Now I'm going to use the brush, and this is the Morphe E26, and it's a very thick brush, and I'm going to use that to staple it or stamp it or pat it in, however you say it, into my skin on the other side. Now, if you have dry skin, this may be a problem for you because it's look a little dry. You could use your setting spray to give it a little dewy look or let it look healthy. But if you do have dry skin, this may be a problem for you. Even when you prep the skin a lot, it may be still an issue because it's like a dry, you know, this is more for people with oily skin. The powder foundation works better on oily skin versus somebody with dry skin. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So that's the side with the brush, and this is the side with the sponge. So brush and the sponge. Now, I don't think the application, I don't think the finish looks any different between the powder, the brush and the sponge. I just think the application of the products works much quicker with the brush versus the sponge, especially if you have imperfection on your skin and you need to really cover those. The brush works better, in my opinion, than the sponge. So sponge, and then the next side is the brush. Look, the finish looked the very same to me, just the application of the product. And I'm just going in with the brush just to tie everything in. Yeah. Look, so I'm giving you a closer look so you can see what we are working with. Now, this is not finished. You still got to go in and tie everything together. But that's what we're looking like with both products on my face, and I think it looks really good. Leave a comment below and tell me what you guys think about the brush and the sponge application. If you think any other side was better than one, or you just think it's just really faster with the brush, like I do. Now, this is my face completely finished, and I'm giving you a closer look at it. So with the Charlotte Tilbury berry powder to tie everything in, and that's what it looks like. I think it's flawless. It looks really good. You can see the highlighted area. I love it. It's a lot of work, but I love it. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah. Again, another look at it. Yeah, I think it looks really good. I think Fenty, they did it again. So if you're really loving powder, yeah, this is really good. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, let me give you my final thoughts on this product. Final thoughts. Yes, I will buy the product again because it's Fenty and I want to support Rihanna. One, but I'm a more liquid girl. But if you're a more powder girl and you're not looking for a lot of coverage, you need a medium coverage, light to medium, then this will be a very good product. Now you have to shade down because again, it gets darker. Can you use this as a finishing powder? All depends on your complexion. You can use it as a finishing powder, but I think you do need a finishing powder on top of it. And I'm looking back on my mirror just to see what I'm talking about. I think you would need another shade of powder on top of this to say, yes, you could use it as a finishing powder, but you can use it as a finishing powder. You don't necessarily have to wear it as the main foundation. Now, what this is really great for, you know, sometimes you go out and you buy a foundation that's really truly not your color. If you buy your shade in this, you can use this foundation powder and correct it. So you can also use it as a color corrector. Yes, color corrector to fix your regular foundation. So again, you could see it is a little darker as it applies on my skin, but I do love the coverage. Would I wear this on every day? No. If I'm going to dinner and I want a more beat face, I will go liquid because to me it's faster and quicker, and that's just really my normal routine. But I did do my concealer, I did do everything else like normal. What I did, as you will see, I concealed before I put the powder on just to make sure that I was able to staple or stample or however you call it in my skin better. And I love it now. This is after, I think now this is going around 9 hours since I have this powder foundation on. I do have a picture that I'll show you how my face looked oily around 6 hours in. And now this is 9 hours, and I did come back and do a little touch up with a brush just around my T-zone because I was melting in those areas. So that's all that I have, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This was my real honest, unbiased review about this product. Yeah, I can add this to my collection. I could use it like if I'm running up the street, but I really love liquid, so I will stick with liquid. But if you do not like liquid, then this will be perfect for you. That's all that I have. Make sure you subscribe, like these videos, share these videos, and I'll see you all on my very next video. Bye, guys.